Good evening, crypto fans. It's around 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It is June 26th, 2017, and my last report was around 11 hours ago. And let's see how the market did since then. And when I started that report, I was not happy. Everything was down by a lot. But if you look at what's going on right now with Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're starting to make a rise. I think Bitcoin at one point throughout the day, as I was tracking it, hit around 2,300. Ethereum 250 or below on a lot of exchanges. I know CoinMarketCap has the averages, but I know that, for the most part, Bitcoin 2,300, Ethereum 250. Now they're rack up. Now you see Bitcoin around 2,400, Ethereum 20 or 273 right there. So let's look at the top coins in terms of the last 24 hours. So I'm going to filter it. And remember, this is by top 100 volume. So we still have Cloakcoin at number one at 27%. That hasn't changed from earlier this morning. We have Leo Coin at a 10% increase. We got Burst at an 8%. Supernet at around almost 2.5%. And then we have Quantum at a 1.3% increase. Let's look at the biggest losers we got. The biggest losers, and this hasn't really changed, negative 31% Numeraire. Pure Plays, negative 27%. V-Slice, haven't seen that down there, negative 22%. We have Melon at negative 22%. And then we have Co-Founded at minus 21%. So, what's really going on in this market? Some people are saying that, this is a bubble. It pumped up in June, and now people are dumping and getting out, taking their profits, or getting scared because we're at a break-even point. Let's start selling because I don't want to lose my real fiat type money, right? Or it just corrected, right? So obviously it spiked in June. Ethereum was around 400 or so. Bitcoin almost, I think it did hit over 3,000 in some exchanges. But now maybe it's correcting to the price that it should be, and it might hover right here. So let me go back. Maybe Ethereum should be around 250, 270 right now. That's probably a comfortable price. Maybe Bitcoin should be at 2,500, right? So maybe we'll see a slow rise and maybe another spike. The other spike for Ethereum, for example, and I love talking about Ethereum first in front of Bitcoin because I'm a big believer in Ethereum, and I think it has more potential. But I think Ethereum with the next spike, can hit maybe 500, right? The last spike, it hit 400. So I think the next one, 500, and maybe when it goes back down, it could level back down to maybe 300, 350 at a normal price. And I think right now the normal's around 250, 272. Bitcoin, I think that with the next spike, since, it's going to hit over 300 again, I think, but I think it's possible to hit 4 within the next month or so. I can't, why not? Litecoin, stable, very stable. I'm very shocked with Litecoin. I remember I was looking at Litecoin at the beginning of June. It was hovering around 25 to 30 bucks. Now it's around, I know it almost hit 50, but with Ethereum and Bitcoin going down, right? I would expect, wow, Litecoin's going to go back to that same level, about 25, 30 bucks. But you know what? It's staying strong. It's a very, very stable coin. And I do like Litecoin a lot, and I still think that it's a great investment to stick with. But again, just a summary for the whole entire market. Today was a bad day. We got to get over it. If you are a long-term believer in this market, stick with it. Don't go anywhere because it's going to bounce. So, if you're a day trader, do what you do. But if you are thinking long-term, stick with it. You got to ignore the bad days. You just got to say, today's just a bad day. You got to get over it. So that's just my philosophy. You could agree or disagree. That's just the way that I go about it. Again, another one of my strategies is that I go after the little guys as well. Coins that are worth, 0.0000001 cent, something that could possibly blow up. I throw 10, 20 bucks at it. Maybe it'll grab momentum and see like a 3 million% increase. And before I sign off, I just want to show you again, and I said this in my morning edition video. If you go to all the coins, and there again, this is coinmarketcap.com, right? And you filter it by the last 7 days, look at these percentage changes. Absurd. Look at AllSafe. AllSafe was around like a 5 million increase at one point. Obviously, it dropped back down, but it's still over a $1.2 million increase. Let's look at Tattoo Coin, 13,000% increase. Gold pieces over 1,000%. Like, look at these crazy returns. Obviously, it's riskier, right? But what you got to do is you got to find something that has low volume, very, very cheap. Throw $10 at it. Throw $20 at it. Be a little risky. Again, don't do anything you can't do. But if you're looking to do a little bit riskier and have a greater return, you want to find a coin, check out their website. Look at their website. Does it look legit? You see potential? You got to make your own decision on that. But again, if you're looking to make a really big return, got to find those little coins to see if they're going to blow up and track it. Don't just do it and then don't track it, because maybe one day it goes up 1,000,000% and the next day it crashes, right? Another thing with these small coins I just want to talk about before I go, I know I'm talking longer than I usually do, is that if you go with a small coin and it blows up to ridiculous levels, you may not be able to sell it. If the volume is so low, you might just have a ton of buy orders. A ton of sell orders with 0 buy orders. So you got to hope for two things. One, it explodes. And two, that it's trading on a regular basis with intervals, like a trade, like at least I would say every 5 minutes, right? Going back and forth. And you want to see some movement. You know, if there's no movement, it's a dead coin. So those are some things. But hey, you got to be a little risky if you can. But that's all I got to say tonight. I'll be back tomorrow with another video, with another report. If you liked what you heard, subscribe. If you're from YouTube, if you're on Steam it, like and follow me or upvote me. I really do appreciate that. Re-Steam me. I love it. I appreciate it. Take care. This is Joe, over and out.